The dik-dik is one of the smallest antelopes in Africa, but its size does not make it simple, weak, or easy to understand once you watch how it lives in harsh country. Standing lower than many dogs and weighing only a few pounds, it lives close to the ground where cover, speed, caution, and familiar paths matter every day. Dik-diks are found in dry bushland, scrub, rocky savanna, and thorny thickets across parts of eastern and southern Africa, depending on the species and local habitat. They avoid wide open spaces when they can because tall grass, brush, low trees, and broken ground give them a better chance to hide before a predator gets close. A dik-dik's large, dark eyes help it notice movement early, and the bare ring near each eye is part of a gland used to leave scent on plants in its territory. The narrow snout is more than a cute feature. It helps the animal manage heat as warm air passes through the nose in dry country before it breathes out. Most dik-diks live in pairs, and a male and female may hold the same small territory for long periods instead of moving around in large herds. The pair knows the same shelters, roots, and feeding corners. That territory is marked with dung piles, urine, and scent rubbed onto twigs, grass stems, and low branches along the edges, feeding spots, and travel routes. If another dik-dik crosses the boundary, the resident pair may chase, posture, or call, but the goal is usually to push the intruder away without serious injury. The name dik-dik comes from the sharp alarm call they make when startled, a sound that can warn a mate and sometimes alert other animals nearby. The call is short, clear, and easy to recognize in quiet bush. When danger appears, a dik-dik often freezes first, using stillness and brush cover before it breaks into a fast, twisting run through the nearest gap. Its small body can slip through thorn scrub and narrow openings that many larger predators cannot follow through as quickly or as comfortably. Leopards, caracals, jackals, hyenas, eagles, pythons, and other hunters may take dik-diks, so a safe patch of cover is never far from where they feed. Even a brief mistake can matter for an animal this small. Dik-diks do not graze like cattle on open grass for most of the day. They mostly browse leaves, shoots, flowers, seed pods, and fallen fruit from low plants. This diet lets them survive in dry places because much of the water they need can come from fresh plant material instead of drinking often at exposed waterholes. At dawn and late afternoon, a dik-dik may move out from cover to feed while the temperature is lower, the light is softer, and predators are still being watched. These feeding times help it avoid the worst heat of the day. During the hottest hours, it often rests in shade under bushes, behind rocks, or inside thick vegetation where its small body is harder to see from a distance. Males usually have short pointed horns, but those horns can be partly hidden by the hair on the forehead, especially when the animal is seen through brush. Females are often slightly larger than males, which is unusual compared with many antelope species where males are usually the heavier animals. A newborn dik-dik is tiny and vulnerable, so the mother hides it in thick cover and returns to nurse instead of keeping it exposed beside her all day. The fawn stays low and quiet at first, relying on being hard to notice until its legs strengthen and it can follow its mother more often through cover. Even as an adult, a dik-dik's best defense is not fighting. It is knowing the small paths, shade spots, resting places, and escape gaps inside its home range. Every shortcut can make the difference between escape and capture. Because dik-diks feed on shrubs and young plants, they help shape the low vegetation around them, while also spreading seeds from some fruits they eat. They can live near larger grazers, not by competing with them directly, but by using different food and moving through different layers of the habitat. In a dry season, the same small territory may become harder to use as leaves toughen, water becomes scarce, and predators visit the remaining green areas more often. After rain, new growth can bring better feeding, more cover, and a short window when the landscape is easier for a small browser to use. Dik-diks are shy, but they are not helpless. Their whole way of life is built around staying alert, staying near cover, and avoiding wasted movement. Their pair bonds, scent marks, alarm calls, and hidden trails make their territory feel much larger and more organized than their body size suggests. To a dik-dik, a small area can be a full map of survival. For people on safari, seeing a dik-dik can be easy to miss at first, until a tiny face appears between branches, pauses, and then vanishes again. The dik-dik may be small, but it is a complete survivor of dry African bushland, built for careful movement, close cover, and a life lived just out of reach.